We're here today at our racing, taking out the Takegawa Big Bore Kit. This is the 181 kit for the Honda Grom, and we're going to unpackage it and show you everything that's included and go over the complete kit. So this is the 181 kit without the camshaft. We will be getting the other kits with camshaft soon, but for right now it's still the same bore, piston, everything else except for no cam. So here's everything that's included. So you get the full cylinder, and it comes with the oil ports if you wanted to put an oil cooler on it. All black painted fins. Got all your gaskets. Your directions. Nice detailed pictures. And at least your torques are in. You can read those. Your piston rings and new clips and pin, and of course your 181 piston. So that's your cylinder, oil bypass if you want to put an oil cooler on it, rings, clips and pin, gaskets, and the piston. And next we will be installing this kit. Alright, so we're going to start the big bore installation of the Takegawa 181 big bore kit on our Grom. Just want to make everybody understand that there are many steps involved to installing a big bore kit, and they may vary from manufacturer to manufacturer. And there may be some steps that you feel like you don't need to do, or extra steps that you want to do, but this is how we're going to do it. It's just a guideline to help people who've never done this before to understand how everything goes together, pulled apart and goes together. So please just understand if you find a step that, oh, I don't need to do that, or a step that we may have skipped over that you want to do, that's fine. I mean, there's as the saying goes, there's many ways to skin a cat. So take that with a grain of salt as we do this, and hopefully you'll come away learning a little bit more about this if you've never done it before.
Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the header, drain the oil, and remove this left side cover. Okay, so the next step is we need to remove everything from the top of the motor. We have to remove our frame sliders, our plug, our cam side covers, valve covers, throttle body, and spark plug. Guess our power commander and our wideband are doing well. It's got a nice light brown tint to it. So the next step would be to remove the cover and the wire from the O2 sensor. As you can see, we've already cut ours, so we won't have to worry about that. So next we're going to remove the throttle body. However, if you had an air box, you would need to remove that first. We have a Chimera, so we're actually going to remove that and then the throttle body. And as you can see, we left the valve cover on temporarily just so it doesn't get anything in it while we're doing removal of the other parts around it. As you can see here, you don't have to remove anything from the throttle body. All you need to do, you can leave the fuel line and all the cables attached. You just have to get it up and out of the way so that this is all clear. So you could do like we did, use a bungee or zip ties just to get it up out of the way and make that area clean and clear. So next we're going to take off our 2 inspection covers. Okay, so next what you want to do is take a 17mm socket, just like we have here, and you want to rotate the crankshaft counterclockwise until you see the T with the dash lined up. And then this circle should be lined up with this notch right here. And that lets you know that you're at TDC, which stands for top dead center. Okay, so next we are going to take a 14mm socket and loosen the cam chain tensioner. You don't have to remove it completely. All we're trying to do is loosen it to relieve some of the tension off the cam chain. The next thing we're going to do is remove this camshaft bolt. And the easiest way to do that is to use an impact gun. And while you're loosening the cam bolt, you want to make sure your crankshaft bolt does not rotate. And next we're going to remove the cam sprocket. And next we're going to remove the cam guide bolt. So next we are going to remove these 2 cylinder bolts. Okay, and next we are going to loosen these 4 cylinder head bolts. And just like car wheels, you want to crisscross when you loosen and crisscross when you tighten. Okay, so you don't have to, but we recommend putting the cap bolts back on the same bolts that they came off of. Okay, and you do that by positioning them in the same layout as you would bolt them to the cylinder head. Okay, and once you remove the cylinder head, you just want to get it out of the way. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is remove this gasket and these 2 dowel pins. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is remove this cylinder, and you really want to have a helper because as you pull this out, you don't want the piston and connecting rod falling down.
And you basically just put paper towel or some newspaper, just anything to keep the connecting rod from smacking the case while you work on the piston.
Okay, now here's a side-by-side comparison of our stock cylinder and our Takegawa cylinder. Something we just learned is that the stock cylinder is 3.5 pounds. The Takegawa cylinder, 181 cylinder, is 2.5 pounds. Pretty significant weight savings.
Alright, so the next step is to remove the piston, and you do that by removing the little C-clips. And basically you'll see when you pull it out and start looking at it, the C-clip, the opening of it is going to be 180 degrees from the little dig pocket. So the easiest way to get it out is to spin the C-clip 180 degrees so that the opening of the C-clip is right where your dig pocket is, and that way you can just pick one edge of it out and pop it out. And once you get that out, you can push the little wrist pin out from the other side.
Okay, so now you will remove the dowels outside of the cylinder and the sensor as well.